Hello everybody, welcome back again. I want to address something that you may have noticed in the first couple of videos, or that you may notice in the future, or you may not have noticed but are going to notice now because I'm going to tell you about it. And that is, when I do these videos, you may see me looking off somewhere, or actually quite often. And it's not because I'm shy, because if I was shy, I certainly wouldn't be doing this at all. The reason I often look off is because I am on the autism spectrum. And you may be wondering then, how is it that someone on the autism spectrum can be a mental health therapist? Well, surprisingly, that kind of speaks to some of the misunderstandings or old wives' tales that are associated with being autistic. And one of those is that people on the autism spectrum don't really experience a lot emotionally, that they're not really able to empathize. But the reality is part of the reason that people on the spectrum are so easily overstimulated is because we actually have an abundance of emotion. And studies back this up. I'll try to link a couple in the about section below so you can check those out for yourself. So what this means then is that when we experience a lot of extreme emotion, or even sometimes very simple emotion, it just doesn't take that much for us to be overstimulated. And like most people that are overstimulated, we tend to shut down, or most people who are anxious, because the result of being overstimulated is you often feel anxious. Consequently, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise then to learn that I've had my own issues with anxiety and depression and obsessive compulsive disorder and other associated mental health issues, because that seems to be kind of something that goes hand in hand with being on the autism spectrum. There's also other kind of what they call co-occurring things like dyslexia. We often see that co-occurring with someone who is also diagnosed on the autism spectrum disorder. But there's a lot of misdiagnoses that happens too. So part of what I want to do on this channel is just inform people a little bit more about my perspective as both a therapist and someone on the autism spectrum, and hopefully that will provide some insight that will help you, especially if you either have autism yourself or are on the autism spectrum, or you live or work with someone who's autistic or on the autism spectrum. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave those below in the comments. Like and subscribe, that'd be great. I almost hate to ask you, because it seems like everybody who has a YouTube channel asks that somewhere, but here I am being like everybody else. Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you next time.